If you're over 60 and standing up from a chair feels harder than it used to, this message is for you. That quiet struggle isn't weakness. It's your body asking for the right kind of help, and there's real hope ahead. Let's talk honestly for a moment. Many adults over 60 notice changes that creep in slowly. You may feel less steady when walking. Stairs may demand more effort. Long car rides can leave your hips stiff and sore. Even simple things, like getting out of bed or rising from the toilet, may take an extra second or two. Most people assume this is just aging. They're told to accept it, to slow down, to be careful. But here's the reassuring truth. A large part of what you're feeling often comes from one overlooked area of the body, the glute muscles. Your glutes are not just for appearance. They are the engine behind standing, walking, balancing, and protecting your lower back. When they weaken, your body quietly shifts the work to your knees, hips, and spine. Over time, that compensation can make everyday movement feel heavier and less confident. And here's the concern. After 60, many people unintentionally stop using their glutes correctly. Sitting more, walking shorter distances, avoiding movements that feel awkward or tiring. None of this is laziness. It's a natural response to discomfort and fear of injury. But the result is a cycle. Less use leads to less strength. Less strength leads to less confidence. Less confidence leads to even less movement. The good news is this cycle can be gently reversed. You do not need long workouts. You do not need gym machines. You do not need painful exercises or extreme effort. What you need is the right movements, done safely, consistently, and with respect for your body's current abilities. Strong glutes help you stand taller. They support your balance. They make walking smoother and more stable. They reduce unnecessary strain on joints that are already working hard. And when your glutes wake up again, many people notice something powerful. Daily tasks feel easier. Movement feels more secure. Confidence begins to return. This is not about pushing yourself. It's about reconnecting with muscles that are designed to support you for life. In this video, you're going to learn why traditional advice often fails adults over 60. Why walking alone is not always enough to protect your strength. And why certain common exercises may actually miss the muscles you need most. More importantly, you'll be guided through simple, senior-safe movements that can help rebuild glute strength without strain or fear. But before we get to the exercises, there's something important you must understand first. A small mistake many well-meaning seniors make, one that quietly blocks progress and keeps the glutes asleep. And once you see it, everything changes. Before we talk about exercises, it's important to understand why glute strength fades with age. Not in a complicated medical way, but in a clear, practical way that makes sense for everyday life. Your glute muscles are designed to work whenever you stand up, walk, climb, or stabilize your body. For decades, they quietly did their job without much thought. But as life changes, so does how we move. One of the biggest reasons glutes weaken after 60 is prolonged sitting. Chairs, cars, sofas, dining tables, screens. When you sit for long periods, your glutes are stretched and inactive. Over time, they become less responsive. This doesn't mean they disappear. It means they fall asleep. Another common factor is movement avoidance. If you've ever felt knee pain, hip stiffness, or low back discomfort, you may unconsciously change how you move. You lean forward when standing. You push off with your arms. You shorten your stride when walking. Again, this is not wrong. It's protective. But here's the hidden issue. When you stop pushing through your heels and hips, your glutes stop engaging. Other muscles step in to help, often smaller muscles that tire quickly, or joints that aren't meant to do that job. Over time, this creates imbalance. Now, let's talk about one of the most common aging mistakes. Many seniors are told, just walk more. Walking is wonderful. It supports circulation. It helps mood. It keeps joints moving. But walking alone does not fully strengthen the glutes, especially if your stride is short or cautious. When glutes are already weak, walking often reinforces compensation instead of correction. Another mistake is focusing only on leg muscles like the thighs or calves. Leg extensions, seated marches, ankle movements. These have value, but they don't fully address hip power and stability. The glutes sit at the center of your movement system. When they're weak, everything above and below feels the strain. There's also fear. Fear of falling. Fear of pain. Fear of doing it wrong. This fear leads many adults over 60 to avoid strength exercises altogether, or to try exercises meant for younger bodies, moves that require deep squats, heavy resistance, or fast transitions. That's not what your body needs right now. What works best is gentle, intentional activation, slow movements, stable positions, clear focus on feeling the correct muscles engage. Another overlooked issue is posture. If you stand with your hips pushed forward or your lower back arched, your glutes can't fire efficiently. Your body relies on your spine instead. Over time, this contributes to fatigue and discomfort. This is why simply trying harder rarely works. You don't need more effort. You need better signals. When the brain reconnects with the glutes, strength begins to return faster than most people expect. Even small daily movements can wake these muscles up when done correctly. And here's something very reassuring. Muscles respond at any age. Your glutes don't know how old you are. They only respond to use. When you activate them gently and consistently, they adapt. They strengthen. They support you again. In the next part, you'll learn practical daily habits, not extreme workouts, that safely rebuild glute strength. These are movements designed specifically for adults over 60. Movements you can do at home. Movements that respect stiff joints and slower recovery. Each habit will be explained step by step. Nothing rushed. Nothing forced. And by the end, you'll understand how small changes, done daily, can make standing, walking, and balancing feel more secure again. These are not workouts. They are gentle daily habits designed to wake up your glutes safely. Move slowly. Breathe normally. Stop if anything feels sharp or uncomfortable. Consistency matters more than effort. Habit 1. Supported sit-to-stand activation. This is one of the most important movements for adults over 60. It directly trains the glutes to do what they were designed to do: help you stand. How to do it? Sit toward the front of a sturdy chair. Place your feet hip-width apart. Feet flat on the floor. Heels slightly closer to the chair than your toes. Place your hands lightly on the armrests or thighs for balance, not to pull. Before standing, gently lean your chest forward just a few inches. Press through your heels. Squeeze your glutes softly. Stand up slowly. Pause for 1 full second at the top. Then sit back down with control. Important tips. Do not rush. Do not drop back into the chair. Do not hold your breath. Start with 5 repetitions, once or twice a day. Why this works? This movement retrains the glutes to engage during everyday life. Many seniors unknowingly rely on knees or lower back instead. This corrects that pattern. Habit 2. Standing heel. Press for glute awareness. This habit looks simple, but it's powerful. It teaches your brain how to feel your glutes again. How to do it? Stand behind a chair or near a counter. Hold lightly for balance. Place your feet hip-width apart. Knees relaxed, not locked. Shift your weight slightly into your heels. Now gently press both heels into the floor as if you're trying to push the floor backward. You should feel a mild tightening in your buttocks. Hold for 5 seconds. Relax. Repeat 5 to 8 times. Important tips. This is not a squat. Your body stays upright. The movement is subtle. Why this works? Many glutes stay asleep because the brain forgets how to activate them. This gentle pressure rebuilds that connection without strain. Habit 3. Sidestep balance. Walk strong glutes protect balance, especially side-to-side stability. This habit strengthens muscles that help prevent falls. How to do it? Stand tall near a wall or counter. Feet hip-width apart. Step one foot slowly out to the side. Keep toes pointing forward. Shift weight gently onto that leg. Bring the other foot in to meet it. Take 5 slow steps in one direction. Then return the other way. Important tips. Do not rush. Keep your chest lifted. Avoid leaning. If needed, keep one hand lightly touching the wall. Why this works? Side movements are often missing from daily life, yet they are essential for hip stability and confidence when turning or catching your balance. Habit 4. Seated glute squeeze with breath. This is excellent for days when standing feels tiring. How to do it? Sit tall in a chair, feet flat on the floor. Inhale gently. As you exhale, softly squeeze your glutes together. Hold the squeeze for 3 seconds. Relax. Repeat 8-10 times. Important tips. This is a gentle squeeze, not a hard clench. Stay relaxed in the shoulders and jaw. Why this works? It restores communication between the brain and glutes, even when mobility is limited. Done daily, it improves muscle awareness. Habit 5. Short stride. Glute walk. This habit upgrades regular walking. How to do it? Stand tall. Take a small step forward. As your heel touches the ground, gently press through it. Feel your glute engage on that side. Take another step and repeat. Walk for 2 to 5 minutes, once or twice a day. Important tips. Keep steps comfortable. Do not overstride. Focus on smooth, controlled movement. Why this works? It transforms walking from passive movement into active strengthening without adding time or equipment. How to use these habits? You do not need to do all 5 at once. Choose 2 or 3 per day. Rotate them. Listen to your body. Even 5 to 10 minutes daily can make a difference. Progress comes from repetition, not intensity. In the final part, we'll talk about confidence, patience, and why it is never too late to feel stronger and more stable again. If you've made it this far, take a moment to acknowledge something important. You're still willing to learn. You're still invested in your health. And that mindset matters more than age ever will. Many adults over 60 quietly believe they've missed their chance to regain strength. That if muscles weaken, they're gone for good. But that belief simply isn't true. Your body is adaptable. At any age. It doesn't respond to force or pressure. It responds to consistent, respectful movement. The glutes are a perfect example. They are large, resilient muscles designed to support you for a lifetime. When you activate them gently, day after day, they respond by waking up, strengthening, and sharing the workload again. This is how daily life begins to feel different. Standing becomes smoother. Walking feels more secure. Balance improves without conscious effort. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. Some days will feel easier than others. That's normal. Progress is not a straight line, especially after 60. The goal is not perfection. The goal is continuity. If you miss a day, you haven't failed. If a movement feels awkward at first, you're learning. If progress feels slow, your body is still adapting. Respect your pace. You don't need pain to make progress. You don't need exhaustion. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Your only job is to show up gently and consistently. As glute strength returns, many seniors notice something deeper than physical change. Confidence returns. The fear of falling softens. Movement feels less like a risk and more like a natural part of life again. That confidence carries into everything. Getting out of a car, climbing stairs, standing in the kitchen, enjoying walks instead of worrying through them. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to trust your body again. If these habits helped you understand your body better, make them part of your routine. 5 minutes here, a few movements there, small steps, done often, create real change. You deserve to feel supported by your own strength. You deserve to move with confidence. And you deserve to know that improvement is always possible. Thank you for spending this time caring for your health. If this guidance felt helpful, consider returning to it often. Your future self will thank you for every gentle step you take today. Stay patient, stay consistent, and keep moving forward, one steady step at a time.